In this quick video guide, we're gonna see how we can export from Cinema 4D and import in Armorpaint. Now you can see here, this is a scene made in Cinema 4D with lots of different tools that we can find in the software, modeling tools like the sweep tool and the lathe tool and the loft tool and the extrusion and so on. Now we will select a particular object here and just go directly to export and go down, and we're gonna use the FBX format for this. We can also try with other formats, but FBX is usually the one that works better. So I'm gonna use this one here and export it. I can also decide if I want to export cameras, spline, lines, instances, and so on. But in this case, usually we use Armorpaint for materials and textures, so we don't need animation or things like that. So we're gonna export it here. Well, I will export it into a particular folder and call it whatever I want. So for example, this is a glass. I'm gonna save it, and then you can see here that it's just a simple rotation. And remember to convert it into polygonal modeling. It's better to convert it in polygonal than export it. And we can also try here with the GLTF, which is another pretty popular format that it's used, for example, in Sketchfab. And again, I don't want to use animation here, so I can deactivate that or leave the current frame on and create, of course, a folder with that inside. So I'm gonna save it again. Now you can see our full course in Cinema 4D and also our Armorpaint full course. The Armorpaint course, you can see it in the channel just by looking. And Cinema 4D, you will find the shorter version of the course on the channel. Now, I'm gonna also do an Obj Export, since Obj is another pretty popular format that you can use it in any other 3D software. Now, always check here if you need something, or sometimes if you need to flip the axis, because in Cinema 4D, the epsilon axis is the axis for the height. So I'm gonna uncheck here the flip Z axis, and let's see if we need to do something else. No, I think it's fine. But you can also write your comments, which could be suggestions for other users to use other formats or other ways to export. Okay, now we are inside Armorpaint. Again, I'm not gonna do a long description of Armorpaint. You can find a video course in the channel. I'm just gonna go here and import the mesh that I have exported the glass here. And this is, well, not looking great. So our first test, this is we can call it a failure in this case. So this is why I usually try with different formats so that I can see which one works the best. So I've tried with a lot of formats, and so each software behaves differently. Now I'm gonna try here with the OBJ and double click. I can import it by double clicking here in the asset browser. And well, let's create a, let's try with this, with the importing, and let's try the FBX. And probably this is, yeah, so okay, well, I've imported all the scene here, so my mistake, but essentially this format here is the one that works better. So there you go. I have all my objects, all my lofts and extrusion and sweep that I have created in Cinema 4D, looking great, and I can start to paint right away with the Armorpaint tools or brushes. And you can see there on the upper right corner that I am painting on the first layer. So I can start with this. I can change the radius, just like in Photoshop or other painting tool. I can create new layers. I can change colors or create new materials and change colors. But again, this is just a quick explanation of how this software works. And also Armorpaint is completely open source, so you can find it open source or you can find it real cheap. So if you're interested, again, check our other video courses. subscribe to the channel. If you want to support us more, you can join the channel. And so this is it for this quick video guide. Thanks for watching and see you in the next.